Alright, so here we have the Windows 8 full-blown version running on the Acer W510 Iconia tablet, or if you'd prefer it, called Acer Iconia W510. It's essentially running the latest operating system from Microsoft, and here you can see we've got some pretty smooth scrolling. We've also got some native applications that come with Windows, and then you've got some ones that are pre-installed by Acer. All of these over here are generally installed by the OEM. In this case it's Acer. You see these first two planks are going to be the same almost on all Windows 8 tablets. Then these ones are going to be added on, and then additional Acer applications. Most common applications that we've seen on both platforms right now have been Netflix and Evernote, and then these are all going to be the same because they're all, native to the OS. The one cool thing with this operating system is some of the applications that are built on the mentality of having a side-to-side swiping operating system really deliver some really great user experiences. Personally, I really like the stock application for Windows 8, especially with touch, because you're able to basically view all these different stocks and drive deeply into all of their financials and news, and view some interesting videos and read other syndicated content, and it's really powerful. And it is funny because they do, in a lot of the applications, they do have these kinds of advertisements on the last pane, but the cool thing is once you go into a more detailed view of the company, it allows you to essentially go in and read a lot of really interesting details, and then you can even see their financials and of course more advertisements. It's just impressive what they've really done here. And if you ever get tired of it, you just hit the home button down here and it will bring you back to this main menu. You've also got SkyDrive. Some users may not realize, but SkyDrive is a pretty impressive application. It's the predecessor or kind of companion to Dropbox in terms of cloud storage. The real difference is that most users that sign up get 7.5 gigs for free, but if you had signed up for it beforehand, you actually would have been able to get it at 20 gigs or 25 gigs actually, and you had to basically tell Microsoft not to delete that space. Other than that, there's some really cool applications that you can use on a full-blown version of Windows 8 that you can't do on RT. One great example of that is Spotify. With Spotify, you're able to essentially download the desktop app for your computer and use it like it's a regular PC. Spotify is none the wiser, and it's free, and you get to play whatever music you want as long as you've got a Wi-Fi connection or have downloaded the music and have premium membership. Other than that, there's also the ability to use Google Chrome, which is a pretty big deal because the default browser is maybe not the best. It really depends on personal preferences. I personally use Chrome on all my other devices, so having Chrome on this makes it awesome and allows me to share my bookmarks and everything and remember my passwords and things like that really simply and easily. And then you've also got the ability to run things like Xbox Smart Glass, but that's actually available on both RT and x86. The cool thing is if you're in Chrome, you can start up a Google Hangout, and Google Hangouts actually work on Windows 8 as opposed to RT, because RT does not support Google Hangouts, or Google Hangouts don't support RT. That's to be argued upon, but it doesn't work. Another cool application we've seen is Newegg's application. It's actually very clean, and it allows you to basically navigate Newegg, but in a completely different manner. Right now, Newegg.com kind of has a poor user experience, and it doesn't look pretty. But if you've been using it forever, you know how to use it, and it's really easy to use for you. But for new users, it may not be the best, and that's why this is probably something that we may see in the future from Newegg. They may just port the entire website to this UI. It is pretty cool because you can go over and select a category, and it will load the category, and there's just a ton of different, options, and you can go in and see different subcategories, and then it actually keeps those categories sorted as they were above, but now with images, and you can see all the different subcategories. And as you can tell, the touch on this is still extremely responsive, and you can basically just go in and check out different things, and it all kind of just works, and it's pretty, and it's informative at the same time. Another thing that we would probably want to do is check out the browser capabilities of it. Since we're using Chrome as our default browser, we'll just do that. Let's see here. Let's go to YouTube and see what it's like there. Alright, so here you can see just a regular YouTube page. The scrolling is not bad, and just a slight bit of choppiness, but it's not to the point where it's painful. Another interesting aspect of Windows 8 is the Internet Explorer browser. As you can see here, we've got the browser open on the weather page, and it's kind of simple and straightforward. The touch on itself is pretty impressively responsive, and the pinch and zoom is really what gets you. It's just incredibly responsive. Doesn't feel like there's any lag, no input lag. In addition to that, you have the ability to switch applications with the operating system. The ability to essentially pick different applications by swiping from the left. You can simply swipe to the left, and it will change applications for you. And you can have a lot of different applications running at the same time with real multitasking. You also have the ability to pick certain applications and pull one out and then drop it in like this, and then just find one that you want instead of just constantly tabbing side to side like you would a normal computer with Control Alt Tab. Other than that, you've got some pretty simple, easy to use features, and that's pretty much it when it comes to the browsers and additional UI differences. You also have the search function built into the operating system over here, so whenever you're in an application, in order to search inside the application, you simply just go up here and press search, and it will search inside of apps or whichever application you want to search inside of. So if you want to look up something regarding stocks, you go there. A good example of that is actually to go to Netflix. And in Netflix, if you want to search a certain application that isn't on the main UI, you actually have to use the search bar. So a good example of that. You see all these applications here, all these different movies and TV shows. As you can see here, there's quite a few. But if you really want to save time, you just go up here, hit search, and it will automatically select Netflix as a search application, and just enter your search up here and start typing. In respect to typing, not a huge fan of the on-screen keyboard. Don't like the fact that in order to have to pick numbers, you go all the way over to the numpad on the right. Could have been thought out better. But if you have a keyboard like this tablet does, you'll find yourself using the keyboard a lot more than the on-screen keyboard. I've pretty much used the on-screen keyboard maybe 1 to 2% of the time. So when you have a real keyboard, it's a lot better. On-screen keyboards generally suck if you have a physical one, especially if you're trying to type something up. Another big difference between Windows 8 and Windows 8 RT is that 8 comes with Office and RT comes with Office. But the difference is you have to pay for the version that comes on the full-blown Windows 8, and on RT it comes preloaded and installed. So you actually have to pay for it here, and on RT you don't. Other than that, we've pretty much covered all the bases. There's a couple pre-installed applications here on the bottom from Acer. You've got Amazon over here. You have Acer's picture stuff, Acer's music stuff, and then you have their cloud solution. And then the rest is all kind of just standard Windows fare. Nothing really too fancy. But Acer's really done a good job of getting their software to work really easily with your devices. As you can see here, my Western Digital Live Hub and my router are both easily connected and shared. I do think that Acer could have done a better job with maybe unifying themselves with Microsoft services to make it easier for consumers to simply sign into their tablet once and have Acer pull from that information rather than have to sign up for this service. You basically have to sign up for Acer service separately from this, and it's kind of a pain in the ass if you ask me. But other than that, it's all pretty much very simple, easy to use, really clean, and there were some bugs initially with this tablet. We found that there were some problems with the Wi-Fi randomly disconnecting, but there was a fairly recent firmware update on this tablet that resolved some of those issues. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Skype application is a little bit odd. Not really sure why they did that, but for the most part it gets a job done. You can actually use it like a full-blown Skype application. You don't have limitations over what you can and can't do. It is a little bit simple, but for the most part it's pretty straightforward. Other than that, there aren't really any impressive cloud applications or something incredible, but this is full-blown Windows 8. You can run it like a regular desktop. You can pretty much get anything you want on here, and that's about it.